So y'all know what time it is. Let's get to it. Let's rock out. Let's have fun. I want to go in by starting to pick my client's hair forward. I want to lift this client's hair off of his head so I can run my guards thoroughly through it. As you guys can see, this is really like one of them crazy things. So we got to make sure that we lay this hair down and we get this haircut executed by the end of this process.
If you notice, when the hair is growing that way, he combing that way. When the hair is growing that way, he combing that way. When the hair growing down, he combing down. You trying to lay the hair in the direction that it grows, so you know exactly when to hit it against the grain, and you know exactly when you need to hit it with the grain, which direction to go. If you hit it with the wrong direction,
alerted when new videos come out. I want to go in completely open with a 1.5 guard going with the grain. As you guys can see,
you see them waves under that fro? Yeah, that's fire. He's brave for going in real low, straight off the rip. Me, I be a little nervous. So if I know I'm gonna take it to a 1.5, I'm going in with a 2 first, just in case. You know, but like I said, with the grain, sometimes there's hairs that go this way, real close to hairs that go this way. And if that's the case, it's going to be real easy for you to mess that up.
At the waves popping out throughout the fro, and I'm happy here. I'm happy here, and the reason that I'm happy here is because we can kind of see it. And that's the objective, is when you cutting somebody hair like this, whether they woofing, whether they ain't been to the shop in a long time, you have to execute at a high level. You have to remember, once the hair's grown out this far, it's gonna be hard to lay certain parts of the hair down because they've overgrown the woof. But as you can see, my client has a nice clean texture of hair.
And once the hair is grown out this much, it's really hard to see where the waves is at. But as you can see, the moment he went through with them clippers, boy, them waves was crazy. As long as you know what direction to go. Because if you notice, once he get around behind the ear, now he start going this way instead of this way. So in the beginning, he came down from the front of the head, he came down this way. Then when he got here, he started coming down in this direction. But when he got behind the ear, he started going down towards the back of the neck. Right here. See how he's not going down with it? He's going at an angle with it. It's important for you to know which direction the hair is growing, so you know when to do that. Because if you would have went down on that, you would have cut it too low.
They've overgrown the woof, but as you can see, my client has a nice clean texture of hair. You can tell that he take care of his hair as well. But my OBJ is literally just to get all of the hair down to that one desired length. And as you guys can see, we want to make sure that we're doing clean passes and going with the grain and the texture of his hair to allow his hair to be in the best predicament in terms of taking it down. As you
okay, Bean.
Head or hair, you want to make sure that you get it down to one desired length and get the client exactly where he want to be. You guys can see this is flawless. This is beautiful. I'm
He a good talker. I like the way he's walking us through this.
using my Babeless FX1 setup, and everything is just happening how I want it to happen. So always just pay attention to what you guys got going on. You don't want to plug the client. You don't want to leave any holes in the client's head.
See how he went in this direction when he was coming around the ear?
And I want to go in towards the bottom of the sideburn area, and I want to clear this area out, give myself about a whole inch. Same thing here, 1.5 guard completely closed. Now a little bit with the grain. Now completely open using my clipper, and as you guys can see, I want to give myself a 1/2 inch, drop them halfway here, fade a little bit in between that, and then drop them completely closed, and then fade at the bottom of that, and voila, as you guys can see, we blended out this side panel. Real simple, real clean, real efficient.
So there's 2 ways to fade. You could either fade up or you could fade down.
Next step, I want to go in with my 1.5 guard completely closed at the top of the beard, because I want to start the fade here, open them up without a guard on them, drop them halfway, and then drop them completely closed, and then just fade a little bit more of the darkness area with my 1 guard right here, just to completely bring that faded beard look together. We don't want to fade it too hard in terms of dropping the beard super low, like doing a crazy fade, but we want to fade it enough to where it's blended in the ball area, literally on the side of the hair, like in the ear area. You always want that area to be balded out. Right here, as you guys can see, I got a number 1 guard on, completely closed, and I just want to slowly open it all the way up, and I'm creating transition. He got a super tight curl pattern, but you could tell his hair is super thick. So at this point, I could be a little bit more loose with my fade, and in terms of being more reckless, I'm not promoting being reckless in the fade, but when you got a client with tight hair texture, you can be a little bit more reckless, because wispier or straighter hair takes a higher level of being very careful, because the hair is so straight or the hair is so wispy that if you attack it the wrong way, then you could accidentally plug them. But as you guys can see, I punch in a ball line with my clipper, then I go completely open, half of an inch, and right above that, as you guys can see, we just putting it together, we blending this area out, we bringing everything down. Same thing here with number one guard, completely open, going up another half of an inch all the way to the bulk.
Okay, B.
Just taking my time, piece by piece, brick by brick. Shout out to my dog Jern Boomin for this beat too. It's amazing. I love the vibes. So we drop them completely closed here, and as you guys can see, this will close right under that open line. And I'm just gonna bring majority of these split lines together, or these guidelines. I'm gonna bring them all the way together.
It's a little higher on the left side than it is on the right side. It could be me, but let's see how this all blend out
together. We just working, we having fun, we piecing it together, we putting it together, and that's what it's always been about. It's always been about elevating the work. It's always been about teaching you guys and being able to educate you guys at a high level for you guys to be able to pick up and start running and applying these things to your arsenal and taking yourself to the next level. Now completely
look at this man Beams. This man Beams is a motivational speaker out this bitch.
Open and down fading from that area, and as you guys can see, we getting a nice clean blend in the back nape area, and everything is coming together beautifully, and I'm just, super happy. Now I'm gonna go on a 1.5 guard completely open. Seeing I cut them with a 1.5 guard close, I'm gonna go open and slowly close it.
I feel like this a little high for a back taper, but maybe this what the client prefer, and maybe it's all gonna blend out in the end. I'm sure it will all blend out in the end, but for me, this a little high for the back taper.
It's all about guard acknowledgement, knowing exactly where you are in the fade, and knowing your number system. Once you develop this system, I promise you, it's gonna be easy to execute these haircuts. It's not just, oh yeah, put a 1 guard here, put this and this here. You got to develop a system to work with those guards to be as efficient as you could possibly be.
Facts.
And as you guys can see, slowly but surely, but it's a banger. And just go up with it with the 1 guard, using the...
Okay, I see how that came together. It don't look too high once it blended all together. I see you, Beam.
More, and right here we get to the right side, which is one of my favorite sides, of the haircut. Man, as you guys can see, this presidency thing then already done passed. The world about to get a little bit more crazier, but I need all you guys to stay focused, stay locked in with each other. Remember, family is first. Put them before everybody. And if you religious or you believe in a higher above, always put your trust in God and things of that nature, because the world can potentially get crazier. But with that being said, we just got to learn how to move in this crowd full of vultures. Like life ain't something that's easy to just walk through. I believe, everybody take their struggles, everybody take the things that they go through to push past everything that happens to them. Most people use their traumas to basically help themselves get through other harder times or other obstacles, and I'm just...
because we ain't got a choice.
Just telling you guys this specifically. I've been facing a lot of obstacles, whether it's my mom, whether it's other stuff that's going on at home, or
hope everything okay with your mom, man.
Just how the world is moving. But y'all know we got to we got to keep going. Bills don't stop. So
we do got to keep going, and the bills do not stop. We ain't living for the bills, though. They gonna be there regardless. Life is to be lived.
You still got to get paid. So, just
Indeed.
Keep your family first, keep your close ones even closer, and tighten up your circle, because it's about to be solid. Keep your family first, keep your close ones even closer, and tighten up your circle, because it's about to be a wild ride. So as you guys can see, I go in using my hot lather. My hot lather right now was used to basically loosen up these hair follicles. This client washed his hair the night previous before, but I also want to go in with the lather just to pull any extra dirt or oils off of this client hair specifically. And as you guys can see, once I'm done with that, I go behind the towel and just clean up all of the other areas. Now completely closed with my Babyliss FX1, and I'm basically floating over the client's head. I want to knock all of the wispy hairs, all of the roach legs completely off of my client's head, and bringing everything together, getting him a super solidified, clean, pulled forward haircut, prepping it for that kill shot, prepping it for the line work, prepping it to really put some pain on this. So
I do think that side could be a little more blended up there, but let's see what I want.
We just enjoying ourselves. But a lot of my people that's out there, man, I've been tapping in with y'all.
I feel like if he was to hit that with a half guard, and like with that corner just going up with it, just to clear out the little bit of bulk right there, that shit would have blended smooth. It's still a good cut.
In the comment section to all of the videos, I try to respond to almost everybody. So if you in that comment section, you know, comment on the video or just comment anything that you remember about Beam since I've been on here, and I'm always gonna chop it up with y'all.
That's my favorite part of the lineup. When you taper that back and then you finally hit it with that nice crispy lineup, boy, that shit come together.
Straight vertical lines that will basically go up to the back of the ear. Now using the corner of my blade to work myself all the way around the corner and doing the same thing at the back of the beard. Y'all know me, y'all know Beam. This is a part of my frame out process. I start with my nape area.
One thing that I will say about some barbers, and I don't know what this man did off the camera, but I feel like sometimes what happens is there's things that get missed. Like this beard needed to be picked out, you feel me? Picked out and fully cleaned up all the way around. Like the blend is real good, but the rest of the beard still needs maintenance. People will have a nice little fade right here, but then all of this just still looks a mess.
In my beard areas first, just giving me that solidified look in terms of what's placed where and how I'm starting to see my project come to full life in front of me. It's just my confidence boosting. My frame at work is confidence boosting for me. So I don't want y'all to think that it's too elaborate or you have to start here. For me specifically, it's just my confidence booster. When you hit them necklines, you hit that behind the beard line, you starting to really see that, you know, see the pop come out. So
that boy Beam, boy, that boy could talk, man. What? That man is a motivational speaker. You see what I mean about the sideburn? Look at the sideburn, like, Beam. You see that weight line right there? It just could have been blended out a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just taking my time. I'm relaxing. Let my clippers do the work. I'm not pressing. I'm just tapping, letting them do the work. Because as I told you guys, I got super sharp clippers. I can't be pressing and just destroying people's skin. So now I want to start off hitting a vertical bar here. Boom, I'm hitting the left vertical bar here, which is really his right one. And then now doing the right vertical bar, which on the camera is really his left one, but you know, you seeing it invertedly. Now I want to start in the middle using
That's some clean lines right there. I never start with the vertical lineup. I always start in the middle. But that's fire.
My reference point C and just connecting it all the way to the left side, just taking my time.
Only reason why I never start there is because sometimes there's people that have receding hairlines, and you might end up starting here and bringing this too high, and then when you go to do this part you realize like, oh wait, I took this too high.
Piece by piece, brick by brick, layer by layer, and as you guys can see, it's coming together beautifully. It's coming together nice, naturally, and that's one thing that I want to teach you guys.
Clippers is sharp, boy.
Guys, when I'm teaching you guys in the art of the lineup course that I'm completely finishing now, is that foundations is everything. If you don't have a solidified foundation, you should not be playing with color. If you can't give a clean, straight, natural line, do not put color on a client, because at the end of the day, you have to learn the naturalness of a client's lineup before you can put any additives, and that's very vital and very important.
Agreed.
As you guys can see, we just putting it together brick by brick, layer by layer, and we just slowly layering color just to get it that more realistic, dense look. As you guys can see, my line work is coming together. Everything is working really good. We hitting the mustache area, just bringing some things together, really tightening up before we hit that razor. And as you guys can see, I lay my client back, angle my razor at a 45-degree angle, stretch the skin, bring everything back to the highest point, and start to solidify hard, straight lines. Because at the end of the day, I'm very intentional with my razor, seeing I don't put my clippers on people's face. I'm very intentional with my razor. Every line matters. Even when it look rigid like this, we dust it off and look what's under it. And then you go behind that and you continuously put up shots, because at the end of the day, one shot ain't enough. Like Stephen Curry didn't become the greatest shooter of all time shooting one shot in the gym and he just say, okay, yeah, I got it because I hit one shot. We talking about a guy that is perfected his way around the 3-point line, and he continually does it to stay above the rest.
Motivational speaker. I love the way you walk us through this, man.
That's all it's about. Like, it don't matter how good you get in this thing. Reps, you can never get enough reps in barbering. You can never get enough reps in barbering. So with that being said, just continuously keep your foot on the gas, keep rolling, keep punching, keep putting the shots up, because that's all it's about. This is gym work. We just working out right now. That's all it is.
Okay, see, look like now he's cleaning up the beard, which makes sense. I would be nervous to do it while the client is laying down because I'm not able to see straight. Like, I need to see what it's going to look like when you're looking in the mirror. So I commend him for being able to do that. That shit might be hard for me.
That's all it is.
Also, I don't know if he ended up combing the beard out or not. I would always recommend combing it out first and then going in with the clippers.
We just staying focused, staying in the zone, staying locked in, because that's all we got at the end of the day. When it's our craft, it's how we make money. And if you in the business of servicing people like me,
clean, that's just coming together. I see what you're doing over there.
The people who may need your services. So with that being said, do your best on all of your clients. Even if it ain't your best, just try your best. I know everybody got different days where they...
Facts, every time. You don't never know who's in your chair.
But just always try to put up the best shots that you can.
Every time.
Like, every day not gonna be a good day in the shop. Every day not gonna be the best of your best day. But at the end of the day, as long as you put forth effort and just continuously to try, like, it's gonna be hard to really just give yourself a hard time. So just stay focused on it. Like, just keep grinding, keep putting the shots up. Like, bro, I've been cutting hair for 20-something years now, bro. Like, you get what I mean? Like,
20-something years.
I'm nowhere near where I want to be with, cutting hair. But at the end of the day, it's all about reps.
Man said he's nowhere where he want to be cutting hair. That's interesting. I wonder what you mean by that. I think you're doing a great job, man. A little bit better blending, in my opinion. But you're doing great. Obviously, mad people think so because you're very known on YouTube.
It was a point in time I couldn't cut a head. I could cut a head now. Now it's all about me seeing certain imperfections and things that I don't like in my work. But all that means is just keep going, keep going.
When you see the imperfection, man, do you know how to fix it? I think that seeing the imperfection is one thing, and knowing how to fix it.
Go into the shop and try to fix those things as quick as you can.
You learn from your mistakes. That's why it's cool to get the befores and the afters. You're able to see the progress. You're able to see, and you know something, the camera not gonna lie to you. The camera gonna tell you how the cut really looks. Your eyes is gonna tell you it's blended, but that camera not gonna lie. That camera is just like the mirror. That mirror gonna tell you the truth. Every time you blend in somebody's hair, turn them to the mirror and look at it. If the mirror say it's not blended, it's not blended.
Or try to fix those things over time. See, look at your techniques, and that's another thing. Always get you a camera. If not a camera, use your phone. Record yourself. Look at your technique. Look at your line work. Look at your fade work at the end of it. You can always see things from a camera that your naked eye can't see. So with that being said, just use the tools that's around you to help you become a better craftsman in this.
What'd I say? Did I know he was gonna say that? This is my first time watching this video. That's crazy.
Sport of barbering. I use my phone. I use my real camera when I'm watching it back on here. Sometimes, like, dang, that taper don't look that good, or dang, that fade don't look that good, or dang, that line work ain't that good. You get what I mean? So it's just
see, so I feel like the same thing I'm seeing in this video, where I'm saying that could have been blended a little bit better. There's a little bit of weight in this area right here that you could have cleaned up. He see that same thing in his haircuts, and that's the same thing I'm seeing. But take that half guard, lay the clipper sideways, use that corner and just go up with it. It's the same effect of using the thinning shears. You're able to go up with it. If you want to take the half guard off, you can still really detail the cut with that corner. Put the one guard on, you can still detail the cut with that corner. There's so many ways that you can really manipulate the clippers to blend out some of that bulk.
Be your worst critic all the time, but just stay focused, stay locked in, and just keep bringing it together, because as you guys can see, we got him on fire right now. Like, we got him on fire. We shook him back so crazy. As you guys can see, we just hitting the top of the lip of the mustache. Don't want to do too much because he still want to keep it like wide, but we want to do enough to still give it some type of shape. And as you guys can see, we got a beautiful ending result. Got my dog all the way together, man. I appreciate you for trusting me with this process after 3 to 4 months. It is unfortunate that we get clients that come in the shop looking crazy by the head like this after 3 to 4 months, but as barbers, it's up to us to change that outcome. Without further ado, who would I be if I didn't step in the name of love? Let's lock in. Hashtag TBT in the comment section. Hashtag glass. Hashtag glacier gang. Y'all know what time it is. We locked in. We focused. We putting it together. As you guys can see, we just shook them back from 3 to 4 months without a haircut. Tapers is clean. Line work is clean.
It's a lot of chemicals you sprayed in that man's face.
Man looking like him again. Without further ado, I appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get alerted when new videos come out.
Okay, Beam. I see you. Let me see this cut real quick.
I didn't step in the name of love. Let's lock in.
Right there. I know you see what I see. The bulk right there.
Hashtag TBT in the comment section.
That back taper is fire.
Hashtag glass. Hashtag glacier gang. And y'all know what time it is. We locked in. We focused. We putting it together. As you guys can see, we just shook them back from 3 to 4 months.
First time watching, and my impression of the cut is that it was a great cut. So that's my reaction video for Get Beamed. Shout out to Get Beamed. Appreciate your work, brother. I love the way that you walk us through the cut. I feel like I'm watching some type of sports series and somebody is narrating it for me. You feel me? Real well done. You're good at that. The cut came out fire, man. I'm not the #1 top hop barber in the world, but we all have opinions. And I know how to blend some hair. And I know Beam watched his own video and was like, dang, I know I could have blended that out some more. So I'm just saying what he already feeling. I'm just saying what I would have said about my own haircut. And there's plenty of haircuts that I've had that I wasn't so proud of. So that's the only reason why I'm able to see it. This is the best barber on YouTube according to YouTube. And this is my reaction to the best barber on YouTube. Peace.